Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good night, whatever it is, wherever you are. So I'm making meatloaf today. Um, my kids like meatloaf. I'm I'm one of the few mothers who can say that, and I feel privileged. They love meatloaf. Maybe they just love the way I cook it. They may not love everyone's meatloaf, but I remember as a kid I did not like meatloaf. But anyway, so these are, I'm going to start off showing you guys the seasonings that I'm going to put into the ground beef. I may not use the garlic salt, but I also have the parsley, the minced onion. May not use the minced onion either because I have an onion over here. Of course, I got the garlic powder. Gotta have the garlic powder. The meat tenderizer, the onion powder, and like I just said, the garlic salt. So I know people use different types of, some people use crackers, some people use actual pieces of bread, some people use cornbread, but me personally, I use these Progresso breadcrumbs, Italian style. I love them. I love them. I love them. One of them is almost empty, but this one's definitely full. So this is what I use, guys, for my meatloaf. I don't add any crackers. I even heard someone mention oatmeal one time. I don't know. Meatloaf, you never know what somebody's putting in their meatloaf. You got to be careful and ask questions, though, honestly. But yeah, this is all I use are the Progresso breadcrumbs, which works absolutely fine if you put enough. I put a lot. I like my meatloaf kind of soft. I don't like it still hard. So I have the ketchup, and I love this Whataburger brand ketchup. I don't know why. It's like sweeter than normal, than other ketchup, so I like that. And then I have the steak sauce, and I combine these two for the meatloaf sauce. And then, of course, I have the ground beef. I have 2 eggs. Yes, I have eggs, as well as milk. Now, I know some people may not put 2 eggs in their meatloaf. I've even heard some people not even using 1 egg. But I don't see how you can't use an egg in your meatloaf. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not judging. I don't know. Anyway, so I have the the traditional meatloaf mix. I may only use 1. This is a lot of beef though, so I may use 2. And I'm going to take my mom and dad some later on as well. So all of this will not be for me and the kids. I have the vegetable oil, of course, because I have the pans. Now, I don't know which pan I'm going to use. I don't know if I want to use this square pan or like this rectangular pan, because I don't like cooking my meatloaf on a regular like cookie sheet, like just a flat. I don't know. I also have like this little pound cake type of pan, but I don't think it'll be big enough for the amount of meatloaf I want to cook today. Yes, milk. Back to the ingredients. Yeah, guys, I put a little milk in my in my meatloaf. I know we all like our own ingredients and stuff, so I love how my meatloaf comes out. And I can tell it makes the meat a little softer. Like, I don't like my meatloaf hard. I just don't. I just can't do it. I think I'm going to use this, guys. All right, let's get started. All right, guys, so this is the mixing bowl that I normally use to season the ground beef. So I'm going to go ahead and rinse. Wow, that was loud. I'm going to rinse this out really, really, really good. I'm deciding this is a lot of ground beef. Even if we eat it here at home and then I take some to my mom's house, this still seems like, because once like all of the the breadcrumbs and the eggs and everything gets inside the ground beef and it expands and it bakes, it's gonna be so much ground beef. So I may not use all this. So yeah, I decided to go ahead and use all the beef. I'd rather have too much than not enough for everyone. So okay, so I'm going to start off with one of these just traditional meatloaf mixes. Schnucks brand, if you guys live in the Midwest, especially in St. Louis, you know what Schnucks is. I already cracked the eggs and put the eggs in here. So let me put a little garlic powder. Just regular old garlic powder, guys. Gotta put a little parsley in it. Just a little bit, just a little bit. I've been trying to find some smoked paprika. I want some smoked paprika. I've never had. I can't ever find it. Is smoked paprika like a thing? Like people rush out and get it or something? Because I always see the this is garlic salt, a little garlic salt. I always see the you know, I can find regular paprika, but can never find the smoked. Even when I go to like Whole Foods and Trader Joe's, I'm like, where is this stuff? Anyway, have a little bit of minced onion, even though I'm gonna I have to put the minced onion in here, guys, because Tony, he doesn't like onions in his stuff. Like, especially if he can see the onions, he's not a big fan. So I have a few more spoonfuls of the breadcrumbs in this container. They just look like regular old breadcrumbs. Yeah, these breadcrumbs, they do the breadcrumbs, the eggs, and a little milk. It does the thing for me. It satisfies my I'm sorry, I'm trying to get this thing off. Oh my God. Oh, I didn't know it was already open. I had one of those moments. You guys can really see it now. I had one of those moments when you didn't know that something was already open, then it splashes up in your face. So I put a lot of breadcrumbs in my meatloaf, guys. And obviously it depends on how much beef you're using. That may actually be enough. And what I also do, once I mix all this up, I let it sit for a minute, about 10 minutes. And I also don't put a lot of milk in it. Not a lot, just a little bit. And then I'm still gonna cut a few pieces of onion and put it in here. Hopefully Tony doesn't notice, but I want onion in it this time. All right, meat tenderizer. I'm filming with one hand, guys. I'm going to get my my ring light set back up. It broke, so I can do cooking videos like normal people, where you guys can see my face and see me cooking. And I don't have to hold the phone. It's kind of hard doing these videos with one hand holding the phone. So I'm about to mix all this up and let it sit for about 10 minutes. All right, y'all. I'm just chopping it up. I chop it up. Chop it, chop it, chop it, chop it. I'm using one hand again. So that's why the bowl is like, I don't know. I like how it looks like with all the seasonings in it. Don't laugh, guys. Don't laugh. Just want to chop it and break it down. You can definitely tell I'm filming with one hand. I'll tell you that much. Yeah, I need to get my ring light fixed again. All right, guys. So I need both of my hands right now. I have a feeling that you guys are laughing at me, but that's all right. Because I'm going to get it done. I'm going to film. You see how dedicated I am to my YouTube channel? Trying to mix up meatloaf with one hand. I got to really get this egg mixed in. These eggs mixed in, guys. So let me go ahead and do that, and then we'll put it in the pan. All right, guys. I have mixed it up. Got all the seasonings. Got all the stuff in there. Now this is the texture. I like it. Now I know some people, they may leave theirs a little more chunkier than this.
It smells a little good.
Huh?
I said it smells good.
Roman said it smells good. It does smell good. All the seasonings and stuff smells really good. So
still got the seasoning in this bowl.
No, that's not. That was when I was frying the fish, Roman. I don't need that. So this is the amount of oil that I put in the pan before I put the meat in, because obviously, well, not obviously, some people may not know. Ground beef produces its own grease, guys. So I used to actually put a little oil inside the ground beef while it was still in the bowl, but then it just generated so much grease in the pan, and it was a really greasy meatloaf. So I don't put any oil in the bowl anymore. I just leave the meat alone and just oil the pan. All right, guys, so I put the oven on 350, and it usually takes about 25-30 minutes for it to be done. So while that's baking, I'm going to start mixing the ketchup and the steak sauce. Doesn't matter the brand. Now, usually, to be honest with you, I add a tad bit of just a tad bit of sugar in my sauce. If it isn't, I don't know, if I don't use, because of course if I use more ketchup than steak sauce, the sauce will end up more on the sweeter side. So I may not need the sugar, but I have put just a sprinkle of sugar in my meatloaf sauce before. And I have 2 pans, so I'm going to need a lot of sauce. You want to twist that off, Roman?
Mm-hmm.
You got it? There you go. So I'm loving the overall color. I added a few little spices and stuff in it or whatever, but this is quite a bit, and hopefully it's enough and I don't have to make any more. But there it is. Look how pretty it is. Look how pretty it is.